going straight into why we are here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my life. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. So if you're joining in for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing moi. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. And I just want to say thank you so much also for the response that we've been receiving from the podcast episode that we did today, that we aired today, of Osis Zodwa, who was saying that her marriage was registered as in community of property and it was not supposed to be that way because she's married to this man. And in fact, she never wanted to get married. She just wanted to change her son's surname. And then there at Home Affairs, there was some foreplay where the guy who now is fired, because of fraud. They had a conversation aside with the husband there that for the son to change the surname, she must also get married to the guy, and then they got her to marry in community of property. And when they were supposed to change all of that through the era department of Home Affairs, the guy now was like, listen, I actually want a divorce and I want my 50% because, yes, I want to divorce you. So, yeah, if you have not watched it, please go and watch. You can learn a thing or two. Maybe you can be more careful and also look at your things, guys, to be sure which type of marriage regime you are falling under before you even just jump in there, because you will be shocked. But anyway, today we are not here about that, or right now. We are here to talk about the video that I saw, I think in the morning, which was posted by Jub Jub. I do believe that we all know who Jub Jub is. Okay, maybe for the sake for those who are outside Mzansi, maybe I can just say quickly. Jub Jub is a rapper. Yeah, he's a rapper who was very famous back in the day here in South Africa, and then who at some point was under the influence of alcohol, got into an accident, and unfortunately, some kids passed away because of that accident. He went to prison and he came back, and the community, forgave him and welcomed him back into the community. And he's been doing a show called We Are Jola 99, where he's busting people that are cheating on their partners. It's a channel on DSTV. Yeah. So Jub Jub happens to have a child with a lady by the name of Kelly Khumalo. For those who don't know who Kelly Khumalo is, she's a songstress. Yeah, very powerful singer in South Africa. She's been here, I think sometime this year, she was celebrating 20 years in the music industry. She's one person that I don't want to talk about her and all the other stuff from her side. But yeah, maybe you can just check her out. But she's got a baby with this guy called Jub Jub. So before he went to jail, they had broken up. So after all of that, this baby now, who looks exactly like the father, rumor has it, I don't know whether I should say rumor or what, because this has been public knowledge for the longest time that the child was not allowed near the father, because of the records and the criminal records and all of that stuff. So the guy now says that, he's been trying to send gifts for the child even when he was in prison until the gifts were being sent back. So Kelly Khumalo moved on, with her life, and she's got another baby daddy, and then she's got another baby daddy, so she's got 3 kids. So recently she did an interview with El Tido. He's also a podcaster here on YouTube, where she shared that none of her baby daddies are, present in her kids' lives. And the one baby daddy that I think today we're not going to talk about that specific person. His name is Senzo Meiwa, who also, he's got an ongoing case because he was shot at Kelly's house some years ago. So his case has been ongoing and all of that stuff. So she says that if he was still alive, he's one person that would be taking care of their child. But baby daddy number 1, which is Jub Jub, he is a useless baby daddy. Baby daddy number 3, I don't know who is the third baby daddy, but apparently the baby daddy number 3 also is very useless. So basically what she's saying is that she's raising all her 3 kids by herself because there's no baby daddy who is present. And we all know that in the past, some of us who've been here, we know that in the past, I think a couple of years ago, Jub Jub did go to Podcast and Chill with McG, and he did say a lot of trashy things about Kelly Khumalo. She uses Muti and this and that. One of those typical baby mama, baby daddy type of trolls, And yeah, he was in trouble, because of that episode. So And obviously during that time, Kelly was also not having it. I mean, if you're going to be sitting here talking about me, I must retaliate, I must do this, I must do that. So she was not very pleased with this man talking about her. So it's a typical baby mama, baby daddy thing. The reason why I want us to talk about this topic specifically is because I know that these are the things that we talk about on this channel. We talk about parenting, we talk about co-parenting, we talk about marriage, we talk about divorce, we talk about healthy parenting and all of that stuff. And I feel like this issue here today specifically is very much relevant to our day-to-day topics, and I feel like it's the reason why I really just want us to have like a little bit of a conversation about it. And also maybe if you guys have an opinion about this whole thing that is happening between the two of them, you can actually request to join the live and share your 2 cents. Ndugo says, hey Madam Speaker, quick one, do you recommend the fat freeze? Any after effects? So far I haven't seen any side effects, so far I can say I still recommend for now. I haven't seen any side effects. Dumelang, welcome. So yeah, as I was still saying, guys, we're still on Jub Jub and Kelly Khumalo's co-parenting. And for some reason this time around, when Jub Jub was speaking about it, guys, co-parenting, one thing about co-parenting is frustrating. Co-parenting is so frustrating because you are literally, like, guys, there is no other union which will make you to be stuck with someone for the rest of your life like having a baby with someone. Not even marriage is that permanent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, guys, people think marriage is like the last number. It's not the last number. And you find somebody saying, can I have a baby with you, but they don't want to marry you because they feel like marriage is too much commitment. But having a baby with you, it's not really that much commitment because we're not married, me and you. Guys, having a baby with someone, that's more commitment than having to get married to that person. Because when you are married to that person and you are sick and tired of each other, you can easily just divorce each other. There's a lot of things that Jub Jub mentioned on that video. I think it's like 11 parts videos that he did on Instagram that I want us to unpack some of them. The first one being the fact that he was saying that he knows that Kelly is very much angry, and he hates the fact that she hates the fact that the child looks like him. The child is a reminder of him, and the way he says these things, this guy, he looks like he's amused. It's like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's one of those situations where I don't know how to put it. Like, let me give you an example. I don't know if you guys follow Sims Right. There's recently on Podcast and Chill with McG, there was a clip of Sims Right, talking about the joints in Soweto, how they treat people. And we all love Sims Right. We all love her sense of humor. So they played her clip there. So when I was watching one of her videos, because I do watch her stuff, because I want to be up to date, she was like excited about the fact, like everybody, every single one of us, when we appear on McG's Podcast and Chill, we get excited, because I mean, who wouldn't? So she was like, yeah, by the way, now I appeared there on McG's Podcast and Chill. That vibe, that excitement of the fact that she appeared there, which is the vibe that everybody would have when they appear there, it's like Jub Jub was having the same vibe. Mara, he was excited about the fact that his baby mama actually spoke about him. You understand? Like, you're really excited. Yes, I'm excited that you actually mentioned me. It means that I still dwell somewhere inside of you. I still have a space in your heart. It's like he was so excited that this woman is talking. Like, it's like he's been waiting for this opportunity for the longest time, I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it. Yes, he's a man that sounds really frustrated because he's been deprived the opportunity to have a relationship with his child ever since he came out of prison. But the fact that this woman is even talking about him being a deadbeat, like, it's like that kind of entices him a bit, although he was saying that he hates the fact that people are now coming here saying, commenting under his stuff, calling him a deadbeat and all of that stuff. He didn't like that part. I kind of feel like the whole time I had a sense that this person is really amused by the fact that, my baby mama can still talk about me. So he was busy saying, well, you know what, I think it's about time now we co-parent. It's like, when you've said trash about someone, and then for the longest time, maybe because you have too much pride, you can't even say you are sorry for what they said or what they did or what you did. And then they also return the favor by doing something or saying something to you, and then to a certain degree you feel like, okay, now we have settled the score. Now that you have said trash about me and I've said trash about you, can we just kiss and make up and just co-parent? Can we just co-parent? But anyway, this is the thing that I want us to talk about, where everybody's opinion, okay, but basically, guys, everybody's opinion is welcome on any angle or anything that you guys want to talk about regarding this topic. But the first one for me was, I really just wanted us to talk about the hardships of raising a child that looks like your ex. Like, this child looks like your ex. You will need a lot of healing for you to look at your child who looks like your ex and not see your ex. Look at a child that looks like your ex, that has got character traits of your ex, and you still have to love this child beyond them just looking like your ex, regardless of what your ex has done to you, regardless of what they've said. Ne? Yeah, number one. Number two, me and my friend, we are always talking about how children, we call them mamenemene, these little people, they have no loyalty whatsoever. Kids have no loyalty whatsoever. Guys, you will raise a child alone. With that child, you go as far as telling them what their father did to you. But the first thing they do when they grow up, you provide them, like, wanna give them good education, good everything, this and that. The way these kids are so the first person they want when they step out is their father. The same father that was like deadbeat, he was not doing anything. But the first person they want when they step out of that door is their father. And to a certain degree, okay, another reason why we were calling the children is that these kids can have a really good relationship with their fathers. The next thing, when as the mom, you have a boyfriend, and you are thinking, these kids, the way they love their dad, we're gonna have a lot of problems with me dating. Like, they're gonna give me a tough time. They're gonna give my spouse a tough time, and what? They love their father. They love also your boyfriend. They even go to as far as even telling them, we are going to see our other dad or our mom's boyfriend. What? How? They're excited about your boyfriend the same way they're excited about you as the father. TK says they can even have a good relationship with their step. Exactly. These ones. So now when it comes to this one, the reason why I'm bringing in the issue of is because of how at the ending of that record, I don't know, guys, maybe, okay, what I will do at the end of this live, I will do a little video where I've got an intro and an outro, and then put the video Jub Jub for those who don't have Jub Jub. For those who, for convenience, I will put it on my YouTube as well so that you guys can see what Jub Jub was saying without cutting that out. So at some point, he was busy saying that Kelly must ask Christian where he got the what do you call this? The Crocs. What are Crocs? The shoes, the soccer boots. Yes, soccer boots. Where did he get the soccer boots from? They are nice, ne? And also, don't you dare take those soccer boots away from him when you find out. You are working extra hard to make sure your child stays away from a criminal or an ex-convict. And what does the child do behind your back? So, for me, my thing is that once you see and you realize, he was just being, Lebokang says he was just being petty. Guys, like, this guy, one thing about Jub Jub, when he opens his mouth, there's no way he can finish whatever he has to say without shocking you. This guy will shock you. So my thing is, I'm thinking to myself, guys, imagine, these two people are stuck with each other for the rest of their lives. This is far worse than marriage, guys. Okay, marriage is not a bad thing. I mean, it's far worse. Okay, let me say, it's far worse than a bad marriage. Imagine, you're stuck, the two of you. Yes, the other one can accuse the other one of something, the other one can accuse the other one of something, but the two of you are stuck together for the rest of your life with that behavior. At some point, he said, I was kamelanga, you didn't make that baby alone, you didn't ejaculate inside your own self. Ha! Imagine. Those words actually came out of the mouth of a man who is reminding you that baby is my sperm, bruh. You didn't do that baby alone. This is a guy who is coming in peace, pleading that they must co-parent peacefully. Then he's telling you, I was gamelang. But anyway, okay, there's a comment here that I want to read quickly. Okay, that's okay. Maybe you guys are having your own conversation because I think that's quite long for me to read about replacing each other and all of that stuff. Ne? So, yeah, so that thing for me, it goes back to what I was saying earlier on that, guys, imagine you are stuck. Like, guys, you can get married to someone, get divorced with them, go for therapy, heal, forgive them, even without them asking for an apology. But you have babies with someone. You are stuck with that person for the rest of your life. And such words from time to time, they must come out of their mouth while they're talking to you. It's like now, it's a war of wanting to show each other. And the pettiness in him, in these videos, is like, you tried your level best to keep my son away from me, but you can never. I hope single mothers who are single mothers by choice or because their baby daddies ran away and they decided that they're going to take it by the horns and raise these kids. I hope you are ready. I hope you will be ready when these kids, the very same ones you are not sleeping, day and night you are working, the day they want their fathers and they tell you, this has got nothing to do with you, mama. It's not personal. I want my father. I hope you will be ready for that day. Or I hope you are saving money for therapy for that day. Because right now, this is why, guys, I always say, I will never, ever, ever in my entire life, ever, ever not let my ex-husband take care of his kids. I can never do that. I can never. As for me, I will go from Paris and go to the magistrate court for that man to pay maintenance, because I don't want to die of a heart attack the day these kids now choose their father, because mama, you don't understand, you grew up with both parents, so you want to deprive me of the opportunity to have a relationship with my father. I don't want that. I am not having that. So I'm gonna have this man, even if it means it's only financially that he must contribute. He is going to contribute to the raising of these kids, so that tomorrow when they turn against me and they think I'm a toxic mother, their father is a better father, let them go to their father. Now, this is the part that I want. This is the reason why I'm saying it is completely pointless. Okay, this is my opinion, guys. I know when I speak about this, in most cases, mothers don't agree with me. Mothers hate me. They even call me names. It's completely pointless to try and stop your baby daddy from having a relationship with this child. Like, for me, I feel like what Kelly is doing, for whatever reason, I respect what her reasons are for keeping a child away from the baby daddy, but it's a fruitless exercise. It's a fruitless exercise trying to get this man to stay away from your child, because whether you like it or not, this man is adamant. This is why I always say, deadbeat dads who always blame the mom, and they say to their kids when they're older, your mama didn't want me anywhere near you. Your mother is the reason why I left. It's a useless excuse, that one. Jub Jub is saying, Rihanna, he goes and he stands outside the school just so that he can see his son. So he's making a plan. So you're trying to prevent the father of your child to have a relationship with the child because you feel like you have powers. It's now a competition of showing each other who is stronger than who's got more muscles than who. It's a fruitless exercise, because that child you are trying to lock up so that they don't have a relationship with their father for whatever reason. Whether you were raising them alone, ubabambe ngamazinyo mntasekhaya, uwawuvuka nabo mntasekhaya, they're gonna go want their father. They will want their father. And what I can advise you is that it's fine if you feel like you don't want that abuser next to your child, you don't want that criminal next to your child, it's fine. But I hope you are saving enough money for therapy when that child decides to now go and be with their father. I hope you have money for therapy for that, because your heart is not going to handle that. User says, but Jub Jub is not a useless father. That's what Kelly said. That's what Kelly said. Kelly said he's a useless father. So if when you know him to be a useful father, you can tip us and tell us what is going on. Because the only two sides of the story we know, it's Kelly saying he's a useless father, and it's Jub Jub saying he's trying his level best to get access to a child. Just give me my child. You know my child wants me. So if you have more information of how he's a useful father, please give us the juice, give us the tea. We are ready. Maybe we can learn a thing or two. Bishop J. Muloi. Oh, Bishop J. Muloi. Is this the Bishop Muloi that I once interviewed on my podcast, episode 2 of 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 the Safe Space Church podcast?
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? So it's you, Mr. Muloi, Bishop Muloi.
Yes. It's
Long
good to
time.
see
How are
you.
you, sir?
I'm well, thank you.
Wait, before you even speak, guys, if you didn't watch episode 2 of the Safe Space Chats podcast, remember now we are already on episode 136. You must go watch episode 2. It was me and Bishop Muloi. We were having, that's what podcasting is. You must go watch it. Anyway, Bishop Muloi, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. The topic that you are talking about is actually very critical because it's polarizing society.
Yeah.
And I hear you standing in a very fair position.
Okay.
And I hear you also standing in a very factual and practical, literal position.
Okay.
I always
Sorry,
in the
just hold on
work
for me.
that
Sorry,
I'm doing.
let me just mute Koketo. Yes, you can proceed.
Yeah, in the work that I'm doing when I'm counseling couples, and usually during the divorce time, because that's usually the time they come for counseling. They first decide to divorce and then come for counseling, which is very funny.
Yeah.
But I always say, whichever parent, whether it's the father or the mother, who gives you the right to decide that your child deserves only one parent?
Yeah.
How do you decide for yourself to say, this child is going to grow up with only one parent? Especially if the other parent is interested, willing, and keen to participate.
Yeah.
You see, the only time that you can say that the child deserves to have one parent is when the other parent is a danger to the child.
Absolutely.
But this spiteful nonsense of saying you won't see your children, or somebody saying, I won't support the children because now you and I sit together. I think that is the most selfish, most demonic, satanic thing ever.
I agree with you.
Because one day that child is going to grow up.
Yeah.
And they're going to ask you the same question. Uguti, mama, and it's commonly women who naturally have the right to stay with the children. And most commonly is them that become vindictive. And they would want to revenge by denying the children the right to have, or the father the right to have access. But you don't understand. As much as you're denying the father the right to access their children, you are still denying the child the right to have two parents.
Yes.
Why is it that your child must be the only one in class whose father cannot drop them off at the school? And one day that child is going to ask you to say, but mama, I don't understand. How is it that you decided that I deserve to be that one kid in the class who has only one parent? And especially now that I find out that my dad told me that he wanted to get involved. He wanted to be a father. And he wanted to be there for me.
Yeah.
Now I grew up and now I've got one leg missing because now you had your own selfish agenda that is going to put me as a child in jeopardy. And why? What do I deserve? What is the trophy? What do you give me now for saying thank you for standing strong? Thank you for being my comrade. We fought this battle together. Now you are 18 and you are 9. And you are correct when you say these children, you call them
These people. You will think or you have groomed them to hate the other parents. I'm telling you.
I know exactly the spirit with which you speak because very like I'm these people. And you one day the child, you're gonna have to account to the child.
Yeah.
And when the child goes to the father or the other parent say, but the father says, but I wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
What happens the day that Jub Jub tells Lom father the story to say, oh Christian, to say, but I wanted to get involved. I
Yeah.
sent gifts. I did everything in my hand. Your mom blocked me.
Yeah.
What answer will she give to say, no, your father was a nonsense? Yeah, even if he's a nonsense, he's my father. Even if he's a drunkard, even if he's a drug addict, he's still my father. And then me as a child, I don't know of any time that he treated me bad or anything.
Yeah.
So how did you then decide that I deserve to have only one parent?
So here is my belief when a bishop, when it comes to these things, or when it comes to mastering co-parenting, I believe in two things. Number one, I believe that your love for your child, this goes both ways for the man and the woman. Your love for your child should somewhere, somehow surpass the hatred and the resentment that you have towards each other. Once you can't strike that balance,
Preach it, my sister, preach it.
once you can't strike that balance where the hatred that you have towards this man or towards this woman is so much that you can't even allow your child to have a relationship with them, you must know that your love for that child is very much lagging.
Yes, you are 100%. You know, for me, I can give you my own personal testimony. From my first divorce, right? There was that I had a 5-year-old when my wife and I finally got our decree, and she wanted to play these games and say, no, you can't have the child. But I said, no. One, you left the house, so the child has a right to their own habitat. The child is already going through the divorce.
Yeah.
Because the child also divorces. People
True.
don't understand.
True.
They think they are the only ones who are divorcing. As a matter of fact, the person that carries the weight of the divorce is the child.
Absolutely.
Because when you can go and seek counseling, you've got friends, you can go drinking, you can go and have your ice cream pity party there, whatever. Who counsels the child?
Yeah.
Who takes care of the child? Now, the child faces one trauma, the divorce.
Yeah.
Now, he has to divorce. He has to deal with, okay, I have to live with one parent. The second jeopardy for the child, being taken out of their own natural habitat.
Yeah.
Now it's a divorce. Now they have to go to a new school, get new friends, come out of their home that they are used to. All of a sudden, bicycle is left there. And then, like my son, by then he was the only child. He had PlayStation. I mean, like we had our own bed TV in the bedroom. So the main bed TV was his. He was like controlling the whole lounge, right? So I'm saying, but we can't take the child out of his own natural habitat.
Yeah.
He's going through a divorce enough.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so we agreed because once I said that to her, her senses came back. The son grew up with me. As I speak to you now, my son is in my house. But when he did grade 11, because remember, he was staying with me, but the mother always had access, whatever.
Yeah.
And this is the point that I should allow you to note. My wife, on the decree of divorce, on the settlement agreement, they gave her custody.
Okay.
But when we sat and reasoned, she only saw after the divorce that actually I'm making sense.
Okay.
So, according to legally, she was the actual custodian. I had visitation rights, but it was switched after we discussed.
Okay.
Now, he finishes grade 10, he's with me, I'm taking care of everything. Grade 11, I'm like, but I'm good. I'm always busy. I'm always on the road. He's entering a very critical stage in terms of his studies. I go to the mother and say, can you take this boy? Because for one thing, I won't be able to monitor him because now he has to focus and study and he's just full of, he's playful.
Yeah.
The mother agrees. Takes him grade 11, grade 12. Like right now, he's going to write his final now. So he came to visit me for the weekend. But like you were saying, co-parenting says be mature, right? And think about the best interest of the child.
Yeah.
But I want to just share with a lot of parents because we don't realize that the child, especially one, they have to go through a divorce. Two, if you take them out of their natural habitat, their natural environment, now they're going to have to live somewhere, the back room somewhere, or go to some flat, and then all of a sudden they have to get a new school, new transport, it's actually traumatizing the child more.
Yeah.
Because when you go to your own job, even if you divorce,
You're still
you
going
still
to
go
the
to
same
the same
job.
place. Exactly. Yeah, you don't lose your parents, but when they divorce, they have to lose their parents. It's really traumatic. I think we are taking it lightly, the effect that the divorce has on children.
Yeah.
But it is very, very serious. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bishop. We appreciate your input. Yeah, I couldn't agree. I think I agree with you. For a change, me and you are agreeing. Can you believe it? It will rain today.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Thank you very much, Bishop. Gracie, user has left, and I wanted user to come in because user was saying something. Where is the user? User, even why don't you have a name? User, when I Grace talk to us. Grace is away for tea. Maybe we can move to the next person, Genti. Okay, user has also gone away. Bargeman, Grace. Genti, talk to me. Hi, darling. We can hear you, my sister. Talk to us.
She's muted.
Oh, she's muted. Okay, now she's unmuted. Eh?
Advice.
Yes, talk to us.
If okay, only 1 year, 2-3 months.
Okay.
And since I wanted nothing to do with baby daddy. Reason being, we have been dating for 6 years, and then the guy is now coming up with, I've been married, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Which I haven't even see leave us lapanyana ya Kelly or whatever.
Okay.
So now I decided to keep my peace. Am I wrong for not taking umntana ngubabakhe while sekavelile and say I want nothing to do with him, or I must force myself go in?
I'm not understanding your question, my sister.
Question yaka ere. Ke na le ngwana o nang le 1 year, 2 months turning.
Yes, I got that part, and I also got the part where you are saying you are finding out now that the guy is married. That's what he's saying to you.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Did you end the relationship after you found out that the guy is married?
Immediately after he said that, I blocked him.
Okay.
And then now am I wrong for not taking one ko yena, or I must force hore yena a bone ngwana na?
So what does he want?
Since can block ha so ka tla ko heso and what's ba ko heso?
Okay, let me just take me through the day where you guys had this conversation about him being married. Were you still pregnant? Had you already given birth? How old was the baby? What was the setup?
The day tlametse ba ka Sotho re tsamaisa mpa ko bo moshimane kere. So ne re tsamaise mpa ko wena, and then a qala ka hore yena o tlhaetswe ke lefu blah blah blah. Obviously re ke se re motho a re jwetsa go tlhaetswe ke lefu, and then re se ke ra bana le pelo.
Okay.
And then we're like, okay, fine, tell us how to go phone. And then how to go phone, motho sa jega.
Okay.
And then my mom was like, bruh, I want to know if you'll be able to take care of this child or not. And then he said, go mwaka. Now I knew all along that he's married, while I even had no idea.
Okay. So this by the time your mom is speaking to him, had you already given birth?
No.
You were still pregnant?
I was 7 months pregnant.
So you last communicated with this guy when you were pregnant. Now the baby is here. Okay, first of all, obviously that means that even in the throughout the 6 years, maybe you were a side chick and you didn't know, ne? Because some of them. So it's possible that you could have been a side chick for all these 6 years and you didn't know. You being able to block him, it's neither here nor there, you know. I kind of feel like to a certain degree, I will be brutally honest with you. I feel like you blocked him because you were waiting for him to reach out. This is why now that he has not reached out, you are kind of disappointed in a way because you're expecting that he's going to walk in, go ahead, because he knows you're home. So because he has not reached out, you don't know whether you are going, you are coming. You don't know whether he wants to be part of the child's life or not. So what I can ask you to do, this is my advice to you. You can take it, you don't have to take it. You can start, sorry? Can I continue? Can I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, the first thing that you can do, this is entirely up to you, because remember, now it's no longer about the relationship, it's about the child. And there are two things involved when it comes to the well-being of the child. First of all, the child needs to be taken care of financially by both parents. Second of all, the child needs the presence of both parents. But this one, financially, it's mandatory. But the one here emotionally, it depends on which parent wants to be. Okay, let me mute you so that I can finish talking, because I can hear there's some feedback noise that's coming in. When I'm done talking, you can unmute yourself and then you can speak. The emotional one is the one where parents have got the luxury of deciding whether they want to be present in their children's lives or not. So when it comes to you now having given birth and finding out that you're a side chick, it's neither here nor there. I think that part specifically, you can just deal with it on your own. It's about the relationship itself and the betrayal of the relationship. But now, when it comes to the child, because I always give people advice here, when you are now co-parenting with someone and you are no longer in a relationship, treat it like an external or an additional business deal. You treat each other like you are business partners, because you are running a business of raising a child together. So you are not supposed to have any emotional connection whatsoever with this person. You just need to understand that we have a business of raising a child together. So, but remember, it's going to be very difficult for you to now treat it as a business when you have not entirely healed from it being a relationship and the betrayal that comes with it, which is very important. Why, as a person, you need to find your healing. Like whether you avoid it, you keep it for 10 years, 20 years, at the end of the day, if you're not going to find your healing, things will never get better in your heart. You understand? So once you have done that part and you've gotten it out of the way, now maybe, just maybe, you can consider unblocking this guy. When you are unblocking this guy, you are not unblocking him because you want him back. Because if you want him back, I'm not going to judge you. You're going to be a side chick. Maybe you can have another baby number 2, baby number 3 as a side chick. But if you want him to be present in the child's life, or which I feel like because you blocked him while you were still pregnant, and he's not willing to come an extra mile, clearly he does not want the relationship anymore. But now when it comes to the well-being of the child, you can try to unblock him, notify him that the child is born, and then obviously, probably, I'm assuming that since, well, he didn't even reach out, he won't even want to be part of the child's life. Then the second step, you must approach the maintenance court. This is why I was saying earlier on, when I was still speaking with Bishop Moloi here, that even before Bishop Moloi joined, that there will never be a day where I'm going to raise kids alone that I didn't make alone just because I'm angry at my ex. Now I want it. Even if the court says he must give me 5 rand, I want that 5 rand. So that when they grow older, these kids, I'm not bitter because all of my money, I could have been driving a G-Wagon. I didn't drive a G-Wagon because I was taking you to Spark or I was taking you to Kuro. I'm not doing that. So I would say to you, approach the maintenance court, because you need financial assistance from someone you made the baby with. And then if this person now wants to be part of the child's life, he can be a part of the child's life because it's his right, it's his constitutional right to be present in his child's life. But not the most important thing, while you are doing all of these things, guys, it's not easy to co-parent when you have not done your healing. And that one requires actual work. You need to heal from all of that. So because it's quite fragile, it's quite new, there's no double up to this whole situation. If the child has to be present in unless if you are not ready to have him back in the child's life or anything like that, then you can also do your own thing. You can keep it like this forever and just be a single mother, but just be rest assured, when this person grows up, they are going to want their father and they will demand their father, and you will be so frustrated, like I was saying earlier on. So number one, if you want him to be back in the child's life, you can try inform him. If he wants to be there emotionally, whatsoever, like other parents, he can do that. If he doesn't want, at least financially, go to the maintenance court, let him be involved. And then as the child grows older, and guys, now always saying, or the door of co-parenting, or the door of the other parent being present, whether you like it or not, it must always remain open. Because they can walk in at any time they want, and they can walk out at any time. This is why I'm saying, Ori, having a child with someone is more complicated than a marriage, because you are stuck with this person for the rest of your life.
Today you speak like Mam Fundisi, yo.
No, when it comes to co-parenting, this is how I speak, Muruti. It's just that you've never...
So many... But just to add also on trying to assist Osisilana, let us not forget the traditional pathway of dealing with the responsibility for the child. To say, usually, your parents must take the responsibility of going kibo and fanalo and going balo beha mpa or balo beha ngwana.
Yeah.
Once it is like that, then it is no longer in your hand, number one. Two, there is now the elders who are involved who can guide both of you. Because usually, when you talk to your partner alone, especially there's emotional issues and stuff like that, you will never agree. And your partner will be so obsessed with proving a point to you. Now you've got stones that you want to throw at each other that nobody will be reasonable. But most commonly so, perseverance. I feel that to the grandparents, the story changes because the grandparents, but
Yeah.
now their negotiations are different, and they will even reason with the men to say, no, but this is our child. So when now your issues and whatever, kids they came to pronounce, we've agreed, we've accepted the child, because even in front of his parents, even if he's denying the child, but in front of his parents, he will say, yeah, it's my child, And then that process usually could be your first step to get some sense of support, some sense of validation.
Okay.
Then the second step then will be go to the maintenance court. But I would think that when the elders are involved, usually it diffuses the issue. I'm saying usually, not all the time.
Yeah.
Usually it diffuses the issue because usually the grandparents are more concerned about umzukulu and they actually don't care about the two of you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I believe our person has heard us, even though she's already left. We'll move on to Shanda Pa.
May I speak?
How are you? Yes, you may speak, my darling.
I'm good, and how are you?
Good, thank you.
I just wanted to kind of like throw to the point there, which I'm one of those kids that my mom was actually like that. She was like, I don't want to hear about him. Growing up, literally in Gikula, I never knew my dad all the way until I started asking about him. Even then, I was 13 because eskolweni wonke umuntu no mama no baba. Mina, I have this one giant woman that I have. And I'm asking her, so where is my dad? She started lying to me,
Yeah.
And she will point, I'm telling you, and she was point like from east to west to south to the other side, just so that she doesn't tell me who is this person. And then I started realizing she's actually lying to me.
Sure.
And then I remember when I was 16, I had a little bit balls and I decided, tell me who's my dad, because everybody's got a mother and dad. So who is my dad?
Yeah.
And that's when she will get so fuming and get very infuriated, because it's like a trigger point for them. If you're gonna ask, what so when they're in there wrong, so when they're why are you asking me about that? Do you know that person? You don't even know. You're asking me about the person that you don't even know. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I let it go. I think when I turned, I became a very promiscuous girl because I had daddy issues. Do you understand? So by the time I turned 20, I asked her again, tell me, who's my dad? Let's talk about my dad issues. Like, hey, your daddy, hey, he's there. Hi, they don't even want to know about you and whatnot. I made it a point. That is the last time I asked her. But by the time I turned 30, I bought myself a first car. When I bought myself a car, I was like, I'm going to look for them. And I told her, and I was like, listen, I'm going to look for them, and there is nothing you're going to do about it. Because I've been asking you throughout my life, and you never helped me about any of these situations. Right now, I've got daddy issues. Like, I want my dad. I'm dating older men so that I want to replace that thing, because she didn't understand it though, because still she will get so upset, and it's as if it's personal.
Yeah.
We understand. Instead, she will fight with you.
Sure.
And I was like, let me tell you, today you're gonna tell me everything, and then I'll take it upon myself. What do I do with the information? Yeah. I made her write everything down. So I wrote, I said, now speak to me. She says, oh yeah, and now where did you meet? She told me, and I was like, where is he from? Oh, he's from Marapiani. I was like, okay, great. So I wrote everything down, I was like, who's the sisters? Who, if I'm going there, who am I meeting? Who am I looking for? She's like, oh, she started singing, ne? Mm-hmm. And I was like, great stuff. I wrote all that information down. Remember now, she's an old school. She doesn't know about the GPS system and all that. I got into my car and it put the GPS on my phone, hit the road. I didn't even get lost. I found them. It was the 1st of January. It was a new year. I will not forget. But let me tell you, I found myself a family. She's no longer alive, my mom, right? But at the end of the day, I gained of this opportunity that I had. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You were cut there for like a split second, my sister. You were saying that you gained a family and your mom passed away?
Yes, so she passed on, but now I'm left because my dad, with his wife, he had 8 kids. So now I've got all these brothers and sisters who are way older than me, who welcome me with this warmest heart. You don't even believe.
Yeah.
Right now, my mom has passed on. I'm left with this giant, big family that I never thought I had. But hadn't I just let her shun me off and say, no, you don't have your dad? Because the problem, I think, is they do mistakes in their relationship, and then they want to punish these guys for whatever that they still feeling to their kids.
My sister, sorry, I just want to ask one question before you proceed. Or when you went to meet your dad, what was his story?
He was dead. He died 1997.
Your father?
Yes, but I met his wife.
Oh, you got his wife?
Yeah.
And his kids?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. So the big family that you are remaining with is your father's wife and the kids?
Yes, and they all love me. So like, basically on his kids, I'm the youngest because all my sisters and brothers, my sister, I'm 42, my youngest sister, his daughter, last daughter, she's gonna be 60 now. So you understand the older ones that are all my sisters.
Yeah. And then now after you met your family, now when you went back to your mom before your mom passed away, did you have a conversation post that?
Yeah, no, of course. I told her and I prepared her mindset-wise. I'm going there and it's got nothing to do with you, but it's got everything to do with me. It's not about you. This action that I'm taking, it's got nothing to do with you. Yeah. It's about me. I need to know where I'm coming from because it lives like a whole kind of a thing in you. You don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right? And it's unfair.
You have an identity crisis.
Yeah. So,
okay. And one last thing. One last thing, my sister. Yeah. Somebody here was asking, I think they didn't know that when you have daddy issues, you actually can date older men because you have daddy issues. Can you touch a little bit on that for those who don't know?
All my life, I'm talking about since the age of young age, I would date older guys because it's not because I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for a daddy. If you hear when I'm saying a daddy, I'm looking for a father to this other person.
Yeah.
I'm 42. I'm not married. I don't have kids because I've got no desire of any of that. I don't know what love is from a male perspective of point of view. It sucks.
Sure.
And only because your mother was selfish enough to hold that against you, and because she was so selfish and so worried about her, so concerned about her own feelings about this man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a very precious thing that they actually do. And I've been saying, Gutu Kelly, she's been so selfish, and Wes is a boy. Boys need their father.
A boy who
Girls, we
actually
need
looks
our...
exactly like the dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I,
Yeah.
I
So
think,
it's the worst thing.
yeah.
Think about it. Mina, I'm 42 now. Can you imagine? Never met my dad. Never ngimazi ukuthi unjani bangibonisa yena esithombeni. And I met those that family. They took me in. I look like them. It's crazy. I look like even the generation kid.
Yo, Aisha, from what our sister is sharing here, I think the biggest lesson of them all, guys, I think once you have kids, the one thing that you have to be addicted to is healing. Healing when you're a parent is mandatory, because you're not healing, the pain and the hurt actually moves over to the next generation. You are not doing anybody a favor whatsoever by not healing from whatever situation that led you to having a child with a man. Regardless of what they did to you, it's mandatory for you to heal, because the person who actually hurts the most from your not willingness, your unwillingness to heal, it's your child.
May I speak?
Yes, my darling.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Linda Gutle / Linda for short.
Sure.
I don't know what the point of departure is, or where the topic started, or what it is exactly.
Oh, okay. Let me brief you. Let me bring you in a bit. We were talking about Jub Jub and Kelly Khumalo, because today there were videos that were posted by Jub Jub, asking if they can co-parent peacefully with Kelly after everything that has happened. And also her talking about him at podcasts, like them being able to drag each other up until now, and that affecting the child. So basically, we are just talking about parental alienation and how that affects the child.
Yeah. Co-parenting is hard.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody who's done a lot to you. Yes. I'm newly divorced.
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks since my marriage has been dissolved.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Yeah. So here I am co-parenting, or I'm trying to co-parent with this person. He's not very cooperative. He decides when he wants to be a father or not. I'm thankful for our parental agreement. It was approved by the family advocate. He's supposed to get them the first weekend of the month and the third weekend of the month. He didn't fetch them this past weekend. I was away for work. And then he cited that he's tired. No, first he said he's sick. To our daughter, our eldest daughter, who's 8 years old. Then after that, what umuntu yena ukhathele.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, do you know how many times I've been tired or sick? And I still had to be a mother. They can choose when they want to be parents. They come in and out. In and out.
Yeah.
There was a point whereby in the relationship, Sisazwana, he accused me of milking him of money.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. He sends him money every month. We only had one child together.
Okay.
He was saying that I'm making up costs. The parent who lives with the child is the one who incurs most of the financial responsibility.
Okay, Mana, before you proceed, my love, I just want to find out from your settlement agreement, is it your divorce decree, is it attached to a maintenance court order?
Yeah, bo.
Okay, so how is that laid out? Is he giving you money on a monthly, or what's happening?
As a result of him telling me Uguti, I'm milking him out of money, I told him, Lalela Puti, pay his school fees sabantwana directly.
Okay.
To the school and the crèche.
Okay.
Don't pay to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, his part is the school fees, and then when you are responsible for the shelter, you're responsible for the food and all that stuff.
Yeah, but toiletry.
Okay.
And then ad hoc costs, I stated that it must be 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I drew up something that is fair for both of us.
Okay, so but still, even with that in place, I don't see how you are going to be writing expenditures that are not there, because now how are you going to milk him dry if the money is not coming to you?
No, that's what he was saying prior.
Oh, okay, prior the agreement.
Yes.
Okay, so now the situation currently is that he is not doing his part in terms of him spending time with the kids.
Yeah, bo. And like you said, that's not mandatory.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, Ne? I'm not going to feel hurt. I'm not going to confront him. If he wants to be a part of his kid's life, if he wants to be a father, let him do that. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
I will explain to my girls calmly so when they are of age. And in a corner, they can see what's happening.
Do you want my opinion?
Yes.
Okay, before I give you my opinion, there's this other friend of mine who always tells me how she envies my co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband because me and him, we talk, like we are in good terms. So we are co-parenting very well. But there's one thing that I need to prepare you for going forward. It's that all that which is written on the parental plan is just black and white to protect you guys in the future should one parent go cuckoos and they want to now alienate the other parent. All of that stuff is not going to be applicable now because usually in most cases you find that men are very keen to take their kids and follow through the parental plan in the beginning because everybody's still watching. People want to see, people are obsessed with who was wrong in the marriage for it to fall apart, but in the long run they don't comply to all of that stuff. And when what I can advise you, my sister, is that puma from that, because you are going to be frustrated even after you have left this marriage. So whether he fetches the kids or not, when are your job now? Because, and I say this, and it sounds so harsh when I say it, that you picked, okay, myself included, everybody included, who's divorced or who's got an ex or who's got a baby with somebody else. You picked that douchebag to make a baby with, and you have to deal with that for the rest of your life. How do you deal with it?
Can I interject?
I interject? Yes.
I picked him. I picked him even when I saw the red flags and I was so angry at myself. My therapist, I'm in therapy right now. My therapist told me, forgive him.
Yes.
Do not forgive him because you are forgiving him. Forgive him for the sake of you and for becoming a healthier mother.
Yes.
And forgive him for the sake of yourself.
Yes.
And she was like, forgive yourself for making that decision.
Yes.
You are not the Linda you were at that time. Now you know better. Forgive yourself. Thank you, ma'am. Carry on.
So now that then says to you that for the rest of your life, you will probably have to be extra careful in terms of handling your children's emotions because you pick this person to be their father for the rest of your lives. That means that you have to avail yourself even more. It's not going to work, this whole thing of being 50-50. Well, this is what is expected to do. Therefore, because this is what it says he must do, he's going to do it. That means that the parent who is willing to be available will always have to be there to soothe the pain of their children for the rest of your life. Meaning that that's why I said earlier on that the door of the other parent must always be open because they can come in and go at any given time. But the fact that you are present in your child's life means that you will always be there to soothe them until they get to a point where they understand this thing. They understand, okay, this is how our other parent is. Our other parent is not reliable, is not trustworthy and whatever. But through all of that, you literally have to be holding your hands out like this to catch your children before they fall, because that douchebag is going to be a douchebag forever.
Yes.
Yes.
And the saddest part, there's irony in it as well.
Okay.
He was verbally, emotionally, psychologically abusive towards me. He would shout at me in front of the children. And then the oldest, she's now 8. At the time, she was 6 and 7, even 5, yeah. There was a point 2 years ago when she was still 6. She asked me, when are you leaving Dad? Imagine. All right.
And that time when you are probably thinking you are staying for the sake of the kids. The very same kids are now asking you, when are you leaving?
Yes. And then fast forward to now. Earlier this year, was it March or April? I can't remember too well. The oldest one, my daughter, she had a tennis tournament. When we're at the tournament, we're all together. The father forced to be there. I'm like, it's fine. It's your daughter as well. Be there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to interact with you, but yeah, be there. It was all still raw for me. And I'm allowed to heal in the way that I want to heal. I'm allowed to feel whatever emotion I want to feel.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to talk at some point we're next to each other and she's like, Mama, here's that, kiss, kiss, kiss. I'm like, oh, Danam, we have not told her that we're divorcing. I told him that let's tell her when she's 10 to 12.
Okay.
When her mind becomes a bit more,
Okay.
She's not ready. I know my daughter, she's sensitive.
Okay, so how were you guys? I don't know if you were here when Bishop Muloi was speaking to say that, remember, the people that are actually getting divorced in a relationship, it's the kids. So how was the home set up when you guys were still married? Were you guys staying in the same household and all of that stuff? Because, I mean, if you guys have not told the child that you have divorced, but the setup has changed, they probably have noticed already.
Okay, yes, you're right. We were not in the same household.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's actually the whole course of the relationship, it's been a long distance.
Okay.
And then we were meant to move in with each other.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm not going to move in with him as long as he's not going to be hands-on and handy in the household with the kids, etc., etc. Because it does not make sense. In 2025, me as a woman, it's mandatory for me to have a job because the economy is tough.
Yeah.
But a man does not recognize I need help in the house. It doesn't make sense. So the setup is that she lives with me, our oldest, even our youngest, they live with me. That's their norm.
Okay.
They've never known a household yokuthi
sinomuzi
or siyarenta sihlala sonke as a nuclear family. No.
Okay. All right. No, I think obviously with you, with that, it's a bit different to the rest of the people who actually were staying in the same household. So I think that then says it buys you a little bit more time. But what I can advise you, Ne, is that maybe also do try to involve your therapist as well in terms of how you break the news to the child, because somewhere somehow, if they were to find out on the side of the road, because somewhere somehow these people out there have got a way of revealing these things to your kids, you will not be able to handle it when everything is just shattered like that. So if you can find a way, assistance with your therapist as well, because obviously with the therapist, let me give you an example with myself. I thought that I could bring in my kids to my therapist for me to be able to break it down to my kids so that they understand what is going on and all of that stuff. But my therapist said that because of the person that I am, she trusted that I can have these conversations with my kids. So as young as when the divorce thing started, when my youngest was 3, they knew that me and Papa were getting divorced. They know us to be friends now, but we are no longer married anymore. As they grow older and their mind is opening up, they get a little bit more understanding of what divorce is and all of that stuff. So they always bring in new questions, and I have to repeat myself over and over and over again, and open a platform for them to ask questions. So then, regardless of how early or how late you introduce it to the child, you just have to be emotionally ready for you to be able to handle how your child takes it, and you monitor your child throughout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome, sis.
Thank you for that. And Futhi Sisne, Lalela, I've been following you for the longest on TikTok. I recently followed you on Facebook. You are the big sister that I wish I had.
Oh, you have me, my sister. I love you. Thank you so much. You have me. I'm not going anywhere. When I just speak to Father God to say, Father God, don't take her yet. Let her stay here with us.
Thank you for your teachings, and Nyakbonga for fixing the country.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much, Sandosami. We will move on now to Coach Bernice.
I'm leaving, my love. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I just want to check on the girls, put them in bed.
Okay.
They are late.
Mwah.
We're way past bedtime. Love you lots.
Love you so much. Coach Bernice, I want to pronounce your name right, because I saw somebody here on the comments trying to make fun at me for saying Kuro. My Kuro, but I said Kuro. I didn't say Kuro, so they were laughing at me. So Bernice, am I right?
Yeah, you must fix the name spelling as you fix the country.
I
You are a sister we never had.
Meh. Are you good?
Let me go straight to the point.
Okay.
You are appreciated. Thank you. All protocol observed.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no child. I've been doing this for many years in therapy. There is no child who wants their parents to remain married when they are not happy. I interview these kids. I ask them questions. I allow the father or the mother who has left the child in the room and they are by the reception. I say, there are obviously questions that we will ask for age appropriate questions. And the child from as young as 4 or 5 years, I see mommy's not happy. I see daddy's not happy. And I don't want them to be together.
Yeah.
That is the reality. The second thing is, let's never underestimate the intelligence of our children.
Yeah.
Our children now, in this day and era, they can understand and grasp the concept of divorce.
Yeah.
Because they are friends, they are peers at school. And even when you are watching these cartoons, watch these things with your kids. Watch all these things on TikTok with these kids, even when they are 8 years. Check the material that is there. There are these cartoons which will be talking like a storytelling, Madam Speaker, where it's like, whatever, and I met this one, and the stepmother didn't like me, and whatever, and they divorced with my dad, then my dad, whatever. All those, for those who are familiar with what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
these
about.
children are understanding and grasping the reality of what the world is in relationships.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you can also assist your children with to grasp the concept is, for those who can see that you have made a decision within to go your separate ways, you can actually prepare the children beforehand. Before you even go for counseling.
Yeah.
And you say, do you sometimes have friends and sometimes they make you unhappy and you are no longer friends anymore? The child gets to understand that concept, that relationships come and relationships go. And you keep on asking, but don't go immediately into me and dad are also going to do that. You understand the concept, you go back. You go front, you go back. Jalo njalo, right?
Yeah.
And so if you've got friends who are contemplating on going through divorce, you do that. But don't ever protect your children with a lie. Whether you stay apart, I'm telling you, the effects are dire.
Sure.
If you're not going to hear it from me, you will hear it when this child is now 14, 15, and they're having these behavioral patterns that are problematic. They're starting to drink, they're starting to use substance abuse, they're starting to be bullying you, or rather being aggressive towards you. You're banging the doors and all that. Those things you don't see because you thought you are protecting this child when they were 7 and 8. I'm saying to you that the child you are actually teaching your child empathy. There we go. So you're giving the child, that's why we have narcissists at the highest level today.
Yeah.
Because we didn't allow our children a space where they can see that we are human and things didn't go our way, and you can learn to extend a hand and warmth towards me as your mom, as your dad. I'm not saying your children should be counselors, but I want you to picture, Madam Speaker, a child coming to you and saying, are you sad, mommy? Did you really love it? The child is already developing the emotional, intelligence that we lack, majority of us. That is why emotional intelligence, relational intelligence significantly declines when the children grow older. Because the empathy is not there. They didn't give them the space for them to be with you and say, we are doing this together. So now the child is just seeing you are all over the place. There's no way you can go. I've gone through divorce. There's no way you can go through divorce and say, I'm keeping this from my children. They don't pick up your energies. Never. Because you love their father. You love their mother. So the next thing, you are forgetting things. You are putting the car keys in there. But imagine the child knows we are going through this and we are all sad.
Yeah.
And then you don't get to necessarily, but there will be times where you just cry and say, Mama, mommy's okay, daddy's okay. Can I please go to the bedroom? Do you want water? Do you want? The child is learning to be empathetic so that they can do better also in relationships. And rather than having the trauma stored in them.
Yeah. Oh,
and the other thing is, I was listening to my lady Jen. I can't see the full name before which are people say. But the question that I would have asked would have been, what role did your family, the elders, your parents, whoever is familiar, your parental figures, play in you making a decision that you want to block this person?
Yeah.
And assisting you to say, child, let them rather
say, we don't want this, but we are not going to listen to you. We know you are fragile. Because the maternal hormones took over, and we need to be kinder towards him. But at the end of the day, when you look back after a few years, the story of the lady who just came here said it beautifully. Look at how her relationship with her mom was so affected negatively. Her mother robbed herself of the beautiful relationship she could have had with her daughter. Because her daughter can say, I don't care what, and with my first car and whatever. Is that what you want? I don't think so. And Madam Speaker, there are other things that I want to ask. Do we also realize that you keeping information, this child will marry this person, and you will be better to blame? She will bring a soulmate. He will bring his soulmate. Then he say, "Oh, yeah, I told you, John is your father." Because these children attract each other. Spiritually, they love each other. They just don't know this. There's something of Romeo and Juliet in them. So women, wise up, because majority of us, we carry this thing of bitterness. Also, what I wanted to say is, with the lady that just left, a beautiful story that she shared of and how she's carrying this issue, divorce. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's not easy, but I want to say it's too early. I know our stories might not be the same, but I think you can attest to me to that when it's dawn, and the sun is setting with the divorce or whatever, you need to give it at least 2 years. You are all hurt. You are all hurt. Some of the things, one of the parents, you need to be the bigger one. And I was taken to court. I was told I was an unfit mother. He did whatever. I was just standing there. The magistrate says, "What a fool you are." I had done my research on how to fight healthily in the divorce courts. And I did very well. YouTube helped me. Says, don't go with your emotions. It's very easy to say it on paper. Go on YouTube, guys, you've got data. Go on YouTube, you've got Wi-Fi. All information is there on how to tackle this and all. Magistrate favors the parent who doesn't make noise. But when we came out of the divorce court, that was so beautiful. He went on his knees, literally crying. I'm so sorry for doing this. And that was the start of, because he denied me access to the estate, I couldn't go and see my kids. I couldn't, and they were still a bit young. I left them in the house. I had to go with my suitcase and my books. I left everything there. So I could say much, but I'm saying, please, guys, please make your bread and butter. Just make therapy your bread and butter. There are a lot of options. You can go online, talk to your counselor to say, and also don't get stuck to going to the counselor. If your counselor can make, or your therapist can make a package, an online package, so that you don't do the traveling to the counselor, then whatever, you can do that in the comfort of your thing. Or the other point, this is the last point now, so give other people the chance. The point that I wanted to say is that with regard to parenting and parenting plan, yes, everything is in black and white. To protect you is just the guidelines. That's what I'm saying, is still early. As time goes on, those things will not matter if you are fortunate. But fight well. Your responsibility when you see there's a parent who's inconsistent is to have a backup. So when you know you are going, for example, on holiday, you are going on conference, whatever, you are leaving and whatever, make sure that you've got the backup of your cousin, of your sister, of the helper to stay for that weekend in case Gushbag does not come. Or Gushbag, whatever. So so
always
I
have
think
backup. It's very
I
important.
think that's what I wanted to say, but divorce on its own, it can be beautifully laid out if you do it well. Go for counseling. You can actually go for counseling before you even divorce, so that you can get the necessary support. And the children will be done play therapy. They will do social emotional assessment. There are people who do that. All right. If you can afford a private social worker who can do the assessment, please do that, and you'll be fine. These children will be fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, my sister. We really appreciate you. You really said a mouthful. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be sitting down at the end of this live, go back to YouTube and write some things down because I think it's going to come in very handy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do we have a moderator here, guys? I was thinking that we should time our guests to maybe 5 minutes each so that we can wrap it up because tomorrow is Dia Mlungu. Kind regards. We have to wrap up. Genti?
Madam Speaker.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Greetings, Madam Speaker. I think it will be more wiser if maybe as our agenda maybe given maybe 10 minutes more because the other agenda has been given the floor. So I think it will be more wiser to hear our side as well so that we can flow. Because if you give us 5 minutes, probably it won't be enough. It's just a suggestion, please.
Sure. Genti, talk to me.
Madam Speaker,
How are you, my sister?
aski se phone ya ka ilang fa problem ya overheat I tima same time.
Yes.
Ke kopa araba khoshi pele ne.
Okay.
Ko questioning ya hae ya hore what did the parents say ha ke re ke am blocker.
Emma, were you here before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were here, and then Bishop Muloi was advising you as well, ne?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you can proceed.
Batswadi ba ka ne ba le kelellong ya hore nna I'm a homewrecker because now I'm dating a married man.
Okay.
So at the time they wanted nothing to do with this whole thing. So that's why I decided to do the things my own way.
Okay.
Until a time where I felt like I'm the whole site. I was working somewhere called Josie, and then I feel like I'm and then that's when they decided to be the part of Wana. Because of the time Wana Asha. So yeah.
Okay, but now are they willing to assist in the regard involving the elders?
Honestly speaking, we haven't talked about that because I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, did you have a conversation with your parents though about the fact that you didn't know that this man was married?
Yes.
Okay.
And then by the time I worked on, they were still angry, remember?
Okay. No, it's fine, my sister. I think what you will need to do is just take it one day at a time, because there's a lot to unpack, and to just allow your parents to also get used to the whole idea and try by all means from time to time to bring up this conversation so that they understand. Parents, sometimes they're too quick to judge us. I don't know, maybe it's because they're our parents. They're too quick to judge us and they don't want to hear us out, So, but anyway, I'm just hoping that things are going to be better on your side so that eventually you can do right by the child as well. Because, the child deserves both parents, regardless of how the child was conceived. Yeah, so Sis Taps is saying just leave it for now. I believe we'll now just focusing on your relationship with your parents and all of that stuff. And then later on introducing the idea bit by bit, because I think that is a very big deal to them. The fact that the child, has got a father who is married and you didn't know and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, the child is here.
I think about now, they are bit fine with Mwana because they are the one who's taking care of Mwana since 6 or 7 years. So they're taking care of anything. And now, in two cases, if Kitlo bring up this topic happy, what if Gabatung and then they will feel like I want to go back, go on that one and stuff.
Yeah, just go with the flow. Like Sis Taps was saying, or for now, just let it go for a while. And then I believe Robona as adults as well, they're not just going to ignore it forever. At some point, they will want to bring it up. Just be open to being very honest with them when they do. But allow them to lead.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, my darling. We will move to...
sister.
You are welcome, Sissy. Refilwe, talk to us, my darling. Refilwe.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I'm going to be short. I want to talk about the issue of co-parenting. Now I'm the child that my parent used to co-parent with me. They had to divorce when I was growing up.
Okay.
So when they divorced, I was already old to understand the part of how they divorced. And I will normally look at my mom that, oh, she's the one who is like hating. But when it's coming to co-parenting, she was willing to co-parent with my father. But unfortunately, my father was not. He was just there sometimes he's not there. So as a girl child, when I grew up, I started seeing, oh, actually this man, he's there sometimes he's not. So as a child, I would feel like now that I've grown up, he's rejecting me somehow, because sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not there. So as time goes and I grow up, I decided to tell my mom, you know what? This person comes in whenever he wants. Sometimes he doesn't. And now that I understand and I'm old, it hurt me that I feel like he's rejecting me. So what I want to emphasize is that for us women, we need to heal and let the co-parenting work until the child grow and then see that
For themselves.
this person,
Yeah.
yes, we see for ourselves. I've seen for myself that, oh, my mom was there for me. She will still go to court, and then on Friday she will say, you know what, your father has to come and pick you up. After they meet somewhere in court and discussing the selling of the house. But on Friday, she will bath me and say, your father said you're going to come to his home. But guess what? I'll sit on the gate waiting for my father. Sometimes he will show up, sometimes he won't show up. But at the time, as time goes, I started to see, oh, this man is the one who has the problem. And my mother was still in pain, but she never in a single day denied me to see my father. But until I grow, I see that this man doesn't want to be part of me. And today I cannot even point at my mom and say, you used to refuse me to see my father. I was like, oh, she's tried. You know, the problem was with the gender, my father. So for us women, we need to it's a good thing to let your kids see their father no matter what. Now we'll see my father no matter what. Until I grow up, oh, this man doesn't want to be part of me. And I had to decide, no, I cannot run after him because I'm a child. But today, I don't have anger issues with my mother. I was like, hey, girl was so strong, because even if they had to sell their house, they're fighting. She will still say, it's fine, go and see your father.
Yeah.
But the father was not there. So even the father side, you must co-parent, you must do the right thing if you're going to co-parent.
Yeah.
You must not just co-parent anytime. And as a woman, you will feel like we must have that space that this other co-parenting will come in whenever they want. As a man, men must also learn to take responsibility of saying, I co-parent, I have to be there for my kids.
Yeah.
So that even women, we cannot just have this space. You know, when you have that space of, oh, the other co-parenting cannot come sometimes, that thing, it had the child, not the other co-parenting. It had the child. The child is the one that grew up with anger.
Yeah.
Now that I've grown up, Madam Speaker, you want to come in my life. I don't want him, but at the same time, I find myself being sad for not wanting him to be part of me. I don't know if you don't understand. I don't want him to be part of me, but I still feel sad that I don't want him to be part of me. So as a woman, I always look at my mom and say, girl, you're so strong. How would this man keep you through all this thing, but you still let me go and see my father? And be like, no, I want you to be loved by your father.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? A big shout out to your mom, hey, because I feel like your mom is like an epitome of what co-parenting should be, and also the fact that she really wanted her conscience to be clean, not to be held, not to be blamed if relationships between you and your dad didn't work out. Because she did her part, but now it was a matter of the two of you figuring out whether the relationship wants to work out or not. She did her part, so I feel like really your mom. Big shout out to her.
Yeah, that's why I said it's important to heal. So that one day I can never even point at my mother and say, when I used to do this and that. No, I always know that this woman will let me and say, go and see your father. Even now, when they have funeral side to the cousin that I grew up with, she will still say, go, you grew up with these people, go and bury your cousin and come back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. No, I appreciate.
But with this thing of fighting, no.
Yeah, I think like the coach said earlier on when she was advising the other lady who said that she's been 2 weeks divorced, that sometimes it takes time, even for your mom. I think she was very much intentional about her wanting to heal as an individual, to say the marriage didn't work out, but she didn't want to entirely interfere with the relationship between you and your father, which is why she focused on her own healing and didn't want to interfere with that part. And it worked out because then it kept her hands clean, So I think we can all learn a thing or two from your mom.
Yeah, I did learn. I also learned that you need to heal at some point. Doesn't matter, but you must just give yourself time to heal.
Yeah.
And let kids experience whatever they will.
Yeah.
And then the support I was given when I got disappointed from the father's side, it was enough. When I come back and say, my father's not coming, she will just say, tomorrow I'm going to take you out to play somewhere. That was the support that, I will feel like I want to leave because I want to visit him. And then tomorrow, so like, oh, let's go out and buy some ice cream and we come back. And then sometimes I was old enough to understand, oh, this woman is 18. Because sometimes I would look at her and be like, oh, today she's not okay. But still, she will never even a single day and say, hi, you are not going there. No, I'll just look at her and be like, because I was already old. Like, oh, she's still crying. Somehow, she's still hurting. But she will just say, it's your father. Until I've realized that, oh, this one comes in, this one doesn't come in.
Yeah. All right. No, I appreciate your input, my sister. I think this is going to help a lot of ladies, and we can learn a thing or two from your mom. So thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about this topic of today. Thank you so much for
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're going to move on to Chiwa. Chiwa, my brother, what is your take on co-parenting?
Greetings. Actually, I wanted to start, before I jump to co-parenting, I want to start based on the marriage where it's broken, whereby there's a lot of tension inside that marriage, whereby it's now leading to divorce.
Okay, but today's topic is about co-parenting. Now the marriage is already broken. We can't fix it. It's too late now. There's children. We just want to see how we can best take care of the children.
The reason why I'm trying to bring that up, I heard some of the ladies that were talking here about staying with the kids in such an environment whereby the marriage is about to go off.
Okay.
So that's why I want to just add an input regarding that. I think as parents, the best way to deal with such situations is to try to be so quite private with your discussions and not to let the kids see your emotions. Of course, we are humans who sometimes the kids will see, but I think it's more important to try to not involve the kids. Like I had the age of like 3 years old, 5-year-old kids, and then coming to you and try to talk about what's happening, Not to say that the guy is wrong or the mother is wrong. I think, when people, they are staying together, there are always problems that arise. And what I'm trying to say is that I think those discussions, they are best if they can be held privately, maybe in the bedroom.
Okay.
Not to try to involve the kids. And then the kids now, they'll have that vision that, my parents, our parents, they're always fighting. They'll take that to school and so on and so on.
Okay.
As adults, I think is the best way to know where to let our emotions out.
All right.
Okay. Let's not really involve the kids in the matters that we are going through or we are doing. Moving on to co-parenting, I think women in general, they've got the heart of love. You guys, when we're now co-parenting, or maybe it happens that I've considered to move on. The woman that is gonna come in my life, she will try by all means so that I can probably support her and also maybe forget about my kid. Like Madam Speaker, if you have to find a man is gonna come and love you with the kids that you have already. Me as a guy now to be in that situation, probably there will be a lot of drama whereby she will make me to forget about my kids. So it turned out to be so bitter in a way that it will seem like as if I don't want my kids anymore. But the partner that comes in, because I was raised with a a stepmom, I never get to experience love. It was very, very difficult to go through. So I kind of feel like when it comes to women, it's quite hard and difficult to love another woman's child, regardless the woman, she's still alive or she passed away. It's quite difficult to love another woman's child. But us as men, I think we don't have problem with that. And then now it will come along the way whereby now we are now providing. That's where the situation comes. Men, we don't have problem providing. We do provide. But now when there is another woman now in our life, we feel like now we are in between. Of course, you gotta go with the one that you are with currently. You see now the situation, how it goes.
Yeah. No, I hear you, my brother. I hear you, and I appreciate your input. I think, as the court says that the well-being of the child comes first, so I think we should take it and apply it in our day-to-day life to say whether we are staying together or we are not, we are moving on with our lives or not, the well-being of our children comes first, meaning that you also owe yourself the right to choose a woman that you feel like can love your child. If the woman you have chosen cannot love your children, then it's not that woman who has failed your children. It is you who has failed your children. You should be able to get to a point where you say to a woman that you see that this one does not love my children, you say, I will choose my children over you. Because why are you allowing yourself to be with a woman who cannot love an extension of you?
No, it does happen. It does happen.
I agree with you that it does happen. I'm just saying
also,
that the onus is on you to actually pick the woman that is kinder to your children.
Yes, that's true. And also this thing of saying that maybe anything that we had, then it didn't work out. The thing of releasing the bitterness to the kids now, I think that's the thing that is now eating us as men, whereby whatever we're trying to have didn't work out. Now the kids they have to see me like as a bad person in their life. I have to be labeled like I'm the worst one. Because regardless, the fights that we're going to have between me and you, it's going to affect the kids. So I think it will be best so that we can look towards the kids. Because, if we go head to toe, it's going to be very difficult to give kids love.
Yeah. All right.
So we don't have to label me as a bad person to the kids. It's not quite nice.
Yeah, no, that doesn't yield good results. I think earlier on there's somebody who actually spoke about it, who said that their mother didn't want them to have a relationship with the dad and all of that stuff. But the first thing that kids do when they grow older, if they're being alienated or isolated from the other parent, the first thing they do is to go look for the other parent. So it is pointless for you to try and make the other parent look bad because it's not going to yield good results. At the end of the day, it's just going to kill you. Because when you find out that the child still wants to have a relationship with that same person that you bad-mouthed, you're gonna die.
Yes, that's the thing. Because I've seen on other podcasts, there's this one of our celebrities. She went on the podcast and said, what, the father is the worst one.
Yeah.
So now the guy now, he came out with a video saying, no, I need my child. So there's no point of you going to the podcast and saying, me, I'm the worst child, or I'm the worst father.
Yeah.
So, matters of that, I think you need to deal with it as a woman. Find somewhere to talk about it rather than to go around saying that I'm the worst man. Why did you allow yourself to have kids with me if I'm the worst one?
Yeah. No, I hear you. Basically, that is even our point of reference for today's episode. But thank you so much, Chira. Your input is always appreciated. Thank you so much. We will move on to Olungaga. Olungaga, talk to us, my sister. Guys, Tab says he doesn't know how to set the timer. I don't know how to set the timer. I don't know where our other moderators are, but we have 5 minutes per person so that we wrap it up for the night. Olungaga, talk. How are you doing, my love?
I'm good.
I'm also good.
And my problem is that I've kept this man out of the house. We've been staying together for 5 years. Our child is 5 years. It's a boy child. He's 5 years old.
Okay.
And now suddenly this man has started going out and coming back at 12 o'clock drunk and coming back 2 o'clock. And I talked with him. I said, look, I don't like this behavior because we're raising a boy child. Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, and then I said to him, look, I don't like this behavior. We end up coming back with drunk, ngabo one, ngabo two. Now I have to wake up. Even if I'm working, I have to wake up worried about where are you at this time and all that. And then he continues doing it. And I said to him, look, you know what's going on now? Take your stuff and leave where you want. Uphile kamnandi ungekho umuntu uzakuquestiona where were you and all that, you understand? Because he just told me that the controlling and all that. I was like, okay, for freedom yakho pakisha amasakana wakho ke bhuti uyozenzela yonke lento yakho apha kuzohlala khona kuzoba mnandi. And then he did, took his stuff and then he left. So it's been 2 weeks ngokangekho pendling. Dim kick out before a month and before a day, So it means that prepare myself, but okay, maybe he's not gonna pay rent, he's not gonna do anything. So man, this preparation for when as long as for done and stuff. I get to my surprise, he sent the money for rent, he sent money for food, he sent money for everything. But in he's not coming back to see the child and all that. He just calls and asks, how's the child? Are you guys fine? And send money for all of that. And then I'm questioning myself, what's going on with this man?
So what do you want, Thandwa Sam? Do you want him to come back and see the child?
No, different colors ends right. And then
right. Right by whom? By you or by the child?
Okay, it's fine. I don't have a problem. I'm not that mother. Don't go to see your father because I'm second and stuff. Even the time phone and I'm making phone, they talk on the phone, video calls and stuff. I don't have a problem with that. If you might fine. So the phone goes now that he's not asking about and stuff, is that it's fine or say early or
Sisimina, you know what I think, my opinion is that I feel like you are mixing these two things and they've got nothing to do with one another. The relationship between the father and the child have got nothing to do with the relationship between you and the father. And I think because it's too early, you are combining all of these things and you are putting them under one basket. When you do have this conversation with the guy, I think what you can do, because if he's saying you're controlling and what, probably whatever suggestion you come with, he's not going to take it. What you can do is suggest that I don't actually have a problem with you seeing your child at any time, But sometimes we as people, men and women, we use the children as an excuse to want to either get back together, to either punish each other and all of that stuff. We use the kids as the tool. So what I can advise you is that when he calls now to want to speak to the child, if the child, because I think the child is old enough to even say, Papa, I miss you and this and that, you can tell him, I don't have a problem if you want to see the child. Or the child can ask the father, when am I going to see you and all of that stuff. When you don't entirely have to insert yourself in that, it's a good thing that he's still paying whatever that he's paying even after you have kicked him up. Probably chances are, if he has moved on with his life, which I suspect that he probably has already moved on with his life. So he is just doing all of these things because of the love that he has for his child. But also there's a possibility that he might still have a lot of love for you. But forget about doing things right and fixing things. Nobody's fixing anything. The behavior that they come with, they're coming with for the rest of their lives, my sister. It's either you take it as it is or you ditch it for the rest of your life. So when it comes to the child itself, I think what you need to do is to separate these two matters. There's a matter of a relationship which is not working out, where you want him to do things right, which I don't see him doing things right anytime because this is his life and this is how he wants to live it. And there's a matter of him loving his child and wanting to provide for his child and him wanting to continue to have a relationship with his child, which you must allow it to take place.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my
No,
love.
they are both
Ziseparate ezizinto, Thandwa.
I was worried that maybe Mtana will feel like I'm the reason because I'm the one who kicked him out of the house and stuff. So I was just feeling bad for a child, but otherwise, my decision I've made it by I don't want those and respect coming back. It's like
No, I'm not thinking as Thandwa. If when you don't want him anymore and I respect, since what two, there's no way he's ever going to come back at 9, he's going to come back at 2 forever. So what you must do is you can try to encourage him to have a relationship with the child. Yeah, but as for you, you encouraging him to have a relationship with your child or pushing that thing, you guys can spend time together. Your child will also see as they grow older that actually mama is not trying to get me and my father to not have a relationship. You must just co-parent with this guy. Uyayibona ke ngoku sithandwa sami.
Andifuni ibhek sana akho umuntu ongaphila kulaa treatment but it's fine ke if ibeka ngale hlobo.
Yena nomntanakhe shem, they can have a beautiful relationship and ungeke uthembe yazi. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, thank you, my love.
So be patient about that. Otherwise, it's a lot of stress. I don't want.
Yeah, no, I understand you, Shem, and mina Shem, shout out to you for self-love, for uzithanda girl. But he must continue to have a relationship with his daughter if he wants.
You are stressing by, is he coming back? Is not 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So I can't.
Sisi, you are not strong enough for marriage if usazovuka uhlala uthi umuntu akekho. Bakhona abombokodo labo tabs bayazi ukuthi idoda mayiphumile wena uyalala sisi. Uyalala ude uphuze ne-sleeping tablet ulale ukuthi yena ubuya ngo-4 or ubuya ngo-3 awazi girl wena ulele. So if wena ukwazi ukuyenza leyo nto leyo, hayi girl, you are not marriage material. Hayi uyafeyila. Hlika sithandwa sami, hlika. Thank you so much, my love.
Thank you, bye.
Alrighty, bye. The giver, talk to us, guys. We're wrapping up. We're not bringing in more people. I apologize for those who are on the waiting line. The giver, talk to us.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm better than yesterday, man.
We thank God.
I'm having a different subject here.
Subject? You want to change our topic?
Yeah. But it's related to the gender, the issue that we're talking.
You know, the problem is, unfortunately, when we have picked a topic, we can't deviate from it. We will probably have to create it for another day because we have to stick to the topic.
But I will be short, actually.
Okay.
Because I just need a clarification of issues here. Look, I was in coma for 4 weeks, actually. Okay. I was diagnosed with respiratory inflammation. And I left the hospital. I stayed at the Mediclinic for about 4 months, actually, until I come back home. And when I came back home, I'm just trying to cut it short. Before I went home, I went to rehab for facilitation, actually, just to help me gather myself again, because I couldn't speak, I couldn't walk, it just broke my spirit and myself. I'm sure you are a facilitator, you know what I'm talking about. So they had to rebuild me again. And then they released me after that 4 months. Then when I get back home, my mother died before I left for rehab, actually. Not my biological mother. I can't call it my stepmother. It's not my sabbatical mother, actually. So I grew up under her, knowing that she's my mother, you know. And when I come back, my aunt moved into the house. I had to start to live with her in the very same house. So I tried to research what can I do about this issue. Apparently, I'm not a biological son, but I have the right to the house, provided I have all the information that I'm talking about, that the house belongs to me. meaning that I have to have all the document about the issues of me being written as a stepson. But I don't have none of those documents. But they have changed my surname. My surname and their surname is the same. So it becomes a problem because I don't want to interject the family or cause any trouble within the family or cause any division within the family. Because we grew under a certain love, but now I have children that they have to live in that house. So they can't live in that house. None of the people are acknowledging them to come and stay in that house. So I need a very professional help so that I can find a way for my children to come and live in that house without my aunt living in that house, because my aunt left her own home, her own house actually. It's equivalent to the house that I was living. I wouldn't say she doesn't have anything, but it's a very complicated issue, you know. I just want you to assist me.
So you need legal assistance, ne?
Excuse me?
You need legal assistance.
I need a legal assistant.
Okay, no problem. Here's what you must do, my brother, ne? If you click there on the right, is it right? This side, it's left. On the left-hand side, right there at the top, if you click on it, it's going to take you to my bio, ne? There are 2 numbers which are there. So you can use either one of those 2 numbers, send them a DM. I'm going to refer you to a legal person who's going to help you, ne? You guys will discuss the legalities and all of that stuff, but I'm going to refer you to somebody who's going to assist you legally in terms of handling this matter. Okay, I can no longer hear my brother anymore. He's gone. But I believe that he heard me loud and clear. You can go to the find my number, either one of the numbers which are on my bio. Click on it, send a WhatsApp. They will help you. Mase?
Hey, Madam Speaker, okay?
Sharp, how's it, my darling?
Okay, sharp. Hey, Bachum.
Talk to
Life
me.
is sharp sometimes. Hey, Madam Speaker, na ki nyetswe 2021. Now get divorce. And then halwana le husband have next.
Are you guys married in community of property?
Sorry?
Are you married in community of property?
Yes.
Oh, you are married in community of property, my sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, now it's the room. So how to get that room? Sorry.
Okay, my sister, we can leave you to come in last, ne? You can come in last. Just Didimaza Ngwana for now, so that Mama Ke can speak, and then you will be the last person to speak. Mama Ke, talk to us. Mama Ke, going once. Good, thanks. How are you, my love? They muted your mic. I think the moderator muted your mic.
Is it fine now?
Yes, now it's fine. You can talk to us.
Okay. I don't know. I just want to understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I cannot be perfect.
Okay.
No one is perfect.
We are not perfect, all of us, my sister. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm separated with my ex-husband.
Okay.
We are in the process of divorce, which he keeps on doing left and right and center, disappearing, coming back, disappearing, coming back. So we are in the process. Right now, I'm in a process of pushing the divorce.
Okay.
Even though he's not available or what, the court will see what it's going to do about it. Here's the problem right now. We have 2 kids. which is 16 and 10 years.
Okay.
He told his kids, like, you will not come to my house because the kids have grown up. There's no need for me to call him and say,
Yes.
talk to the kids. The kids have grown up. He can speak to his own kids, plan whatever he's planning to his kids, go wherever he wants. I told the kids that whenever you want to go to your date. And I told him as well, because where we used to stay, I moved away. We're now staying in another province. So I'm like, when you want to go, you can go to your date. And I even gave him the direction of where we stay, the school that the kids are attending, everything. I even asked the school to send him the link of the group so that I won't be telling him that the child is a trip, the child is this and that. So he has all the information.
Yeah.
Rejected to be part of the school group. He's not paying school fees.
Yeah.
He's not buying food. He's not paying rent. He's not doing anything. Like, totally not doing anything. He can spend 3 days without talking to them. If they don't say hello, it just keep quiet. There's no communication. And the kids will be like, can you send us money for quota? Or, they'll ask those small things.
Yeah.
Do Uber Eat for us. He will say, I don't have money. And then within a second, he's posting himself in Zanzibar. He's busy enjoying life. So it reached the state when the 16-year girl blocked him on her phone. So I didn't know he blocked her. So I'm like, it's been a while, guys. You're not planning anything with your father. The schools are closing, open. What's going on? And my daughter said, I blocked to date because I asked for money for uniform. Like, she wanted a skirt in a summer uniform. And then he said, I don't have money. Within a second, he was posting, auntie, they were enjoying life, doing different things. So I kept quiet, thinking maybe he will come to me and say why the kids are blocked. It didn't come until I called him. I called him asking if you're going to take the kids on December holiday. He said, I don't think I'll be available. I'll see. Okay, he stays a week, 2 weeks without coming back. I called him again. Are you going to take the kids? Because I also want to plan my holiday. I want to know if the kids are with me or they'll be with you. He says, what do you want from me? I said, I'm asking. I just want to know if you're going to take the kids or not. He said that you told them to block me. You have given them another father. He spoke a lot. I didn't know that men can speak like that. I didn't know that I married that man for 14 years. That man can speak. He spoke a lot of things, like starting from the day where we separated. It's been 2 years separated, still busy with this divorce thing. And how we fought. You exchange words. We were fighting by that time. But I have moved on. You have moved on. We are doing co-parenting now for the kids. Let's just put the kids first. There's no me, there's no you. But there's kids who need me to be healthy mentally wise and you to be happy as well and healthy.
Yeah.
He shouted, even now, Madam Speaker, I don't even know he's going to take the kids or he's not. He's going to buy clothes for them or not. I don't know. I don't even know how to plan. Like,
my sister, okay, let's start here. Why is the divorce not finalized? What seems to be the holdup?
The last conversation that we had, it was him to sign the consent letter because I signed 2 the consent letters that he keeps on returning and saying he cannot pay maintenance. This maintenance is too much, which he was charged for 4,000 per child. 4,000 per child, which is 8,000. And then he was also given an option to do the bills. I said, I'm going to buy food and pay rent. You're going to do the school things and buy clothes for the kids and medical aid. I'm going to pay rent, buy food, and deal with the everyday expenses. You're going to do this one. He said, that's too much. I'm putting him in a position where I think that he does not have a life. I want to control him.
I want to, yeah, I have given the kids my boyfriend. Now that one is the father. I must take care of them. You know, a lot of things. And
Okay.
then
Somebody here, Magdalene, is saying that divorce and maintenance are two different things. I actually wanted to touch on that a bit to say to you that with me, what I did so that I can speed up the process of divorce is that I separated the maintenance. Okay, there's feedback. Is it coming from you or is it Marcel? One person has to mute. I can hear myself. Okay, Marcel is muted. Okay. All right, cool. Let me just tell you what I'm thinking now. When it comes to the maintenance and the divorce, for me to speed up the process of divorce, I had to separate the maintenance file with the divorce file. I dealt with the maintenance separately because I realized that the back and forth, I can afford this, I can't afford this. It's going to complicate the divorce and drag it longer if we're not agreeing because the lawyers and all of that stuff. So with the maintenance, I didn't involve the lawyers. And then with the divorce itself, then that was finished. But the maintenance was finished quicker because I got a date quicker and we sorted it out on the side. By the time we got to the divorce, when we got to the maintenance, because that's part of, it's supposed to be part of the children's court advocate report, yes, something like that. That part of maintenance is also supposed to be covered. Then on that portion, they did say that the maintenance is being handled separately on with the maintenance court. So what you can do also, you can try to do that to say, okay, let's separate the family advocate. Thank you so much, Stephanie. So you can separate the two, so that you can get this out of the way and that also as well. But when it comes to things like, the reason why I'm rushing through it is because I want us to wrap up. When it comes to the kids spending time with him and all of that stuff, guys, stop begging these people. Stop nagging them. Even in your case, it's even better because the kids are old enough, they already know what they want. Ask the kids, do you want to spend time with your father this December or you don't want to spend time with your father this December? If the kids say they want to spend time with him, you can then you can let him make the plans, but save a room for when he doesn't. If the kids, because based on how the things are now, it seems like these kids are not even buying the story of this man. So because they blocked him, it's even better, okay? You don't even have to involve him. Clearly, these people are not going to be spending time together. Plan things with your kids. Your life must not be on hold because when you are trying to divorce a man. Because where he is, his life is continuing. He's going to Zanzibar, he's doing this, he's doing that. Plan your life, my sister. Don't even try to stop. Don't even try to be nagging this guy. Don't even try to be convincing him to spend time with his kids. The only thing that you're supposed to be doing is focusing on the well-being of your kids. If it means that you have to take your kids through therapy because of how his absence is affecting them, do that. But for you to be ngangering a grown-ass man that you couldn't even convince to do certain things when you were married for 14 years, and you think now that you guys are separated, you will give him advice, he will listen, you will ask him questions, he will answer you. It's not going to happen, my sister.
I did that, Madam Speaker. The thing that you are saying, like the last section that we had on divorce, my lawyer advised me, like, let's leave the maintenance because it seems on the maintenance is dragging things. Let's leave the maintenance and let's go out of the divorce. We are done, Madam Speaker, we're already done with the property way, how to share the things and everything. When it was Friday last week, I received the email from my lawyer. He started from the scratch and started saying, I've thought something else. I'm thinking in terms of property, let's sell everything. You know, it's like we are going back, up. There is we are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So, and at the other side, he's putting me to the position of I am the one who's holding the kids to be with him. I'm like, when was the last day you asked for the kids and I refused? When was the last day you app your kids and say, I'm outside, come?
Yeah.
I said, no, they are not coming or what? No,
Yeah.
I've never received a message. I've never received anything. And you know where your kids go or stays. You know which school they go. You don't even want to be part of it.
Yeah.
You don't even want to buy a quota for your kids that they will eat. Am I going to wear the school uniform? Am I going to go to school and take the money for school fees and go chop it with my boyfriend? Am I going to wear your kids' clothes? I am 34 years. They are 16. Am I fitting on their clothes? I'm trying to give him the thing, like, do things for your kids. The food, yes, I'm going to eat. So that's when you have a problem with it. I'm going to buy my own food. The rent, yes, I'm going to stay in that house. It's fine. I'm going to pay my own rent and deal my everyday expenses. Do what you have to do for your own kids. I don't want my kids. You grow up without a father.
on his side. He was so bitter. He was always telling me how bitter his dad was. You have to take dad to the police in order for him to have a birth certificate. A lot of things, like my father is a stupid man. I realized that thing affected him so badly. I'm raising a son. I want my son to be like the way you grow up. I would do anything for them.
Yeah, my sister, you see, the biggest mistake that we make as people is that we think that forcing someone to be present will remedy that situation so that the child doesn't end up having to turn out like the father who had an absent father and this and that and became bitter. But in essence, that's not what actually remedies the situation. Therapy is what does. Making the kids understand their situation and accepting their situation is what will remedy it, not him being forced to be present, because that is very toxic. The child might end up turning out like his father or even worse because of all this that they're being exposed to by just the force of them being there.
Yeah. Because when I called him, I think it was maybe 3 months back when I called him, and then I called him on that time. He told me that I keep on calling him. I must stop calling him. I'm not his wife. I've seen that I am.
Yeah. No, Aisha, my sister, Shem, give him a break. And especially because your kids are old, yes. Stop calling this man, yes.
Just.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Just give him a peace of mind. Thank you so much, my love.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Guys, I can't believe it's 10 o'clock now, 2 minutes past 10. Mase, last but not least, talk to us, my sister.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, my love.
Yes, ke nyetse le ntate 2021. Ke ka dilo dula le ena 2021 a ntsha mahadi no tjena ra divorce. Reason ke gore ntate o bile le di relationship, o na le di relationship ka ntle, o entse bana ba ithu ka ntle.
Oh.
So ha ba tlo mfa nix, ha ba tlo mfa ntlo, re na le ngwana I1 wa moshimane, o na le 2 years. Ha ba tlo mfa nix o am a gold digger, ne ke tlo tlo digger ka ga lenyalo lena ne ke sa tlo dula. So now ke misitse maintenance, ha ke misitse maintenance e le go reka bo proof ya 2.5 ya phofo, cooking oil e nyane, tin stuff e 1 o kila bona, and then ke ena buang gore a etsa mang ke se maintenance if o bona grocery eo e nyane. Okay, ke ya maintenance, ha ke fitla maintenance o batla DNA, it's fine. Ha ke na bothata le ntho tseo. So after hore a batla DNA, ha re so e DNA, o sa batla ngwana a mtjhakele. Well, ama dulang teng tato mo vile out ka tlung ka monana. Ha njwetsa ha bua nix, ke bone fela motho a sa le siko ka tlung. O dula le girlfriend mme ya ngwana o mongwe ka tlasa wa ka. Ka properties tsa rona tse re na le properties tse 2, o dula batho ba sebetsang le bana ba sekolo. So o na le ngwana le o mongwe wa sekolo, o na le o mongwe wa a dulang ka mona a dulang le ena he. So ntate after hore a batle di DNA, ha ke na bothata but ha sotle ka rena le nna a ke na problem a se a tla romella koloi le nako ya gona le re ya healthcare ifing. So after that o batla ngwana o na le 2 years o potty training, ha so tsebo ho bua, ke motho a sokodisang tjena ka bo disikinyana. Ke motho a kulang ngata. So ne ke sa batle ka ngwana ha ya ka mono. Well, ngwana a sa disturb-ile ke tabatsa bo ulwana ka tlung. O kila bona le ngwana ha sa le hantle. Wa tswa o sibo wa phofo kila bona. So ngwana ke le ka qeteletse ke mo dumelletse a tsamaye for a weekend. A ye ho yena. Ngwana ha khutla, ngwana e se le motho a sa tsebe hore o ya toilet jwang. E ka re jalo disturb ya ho feta. Ha ke tsebe ke hloka advice, and then ke hloka le motho a tlo nthusa about this process ya ka ya divorce, because legal aid in faith ha ke sebetse, legal aid in faith ya re naneng lenyalo la ka le shorte for re naneng ka thola 50%. Nna ntho ke batlang haholo fela ke ntlo for re dule le bana ba ka ene ke batlang ntlo e sa koloteng. So ntate o bua le shano plea o re naneng ke alcoholic, ke a hlekefetsa since re kene lenyalong ha sale ke phadia ke nka ditšhelete ke bapala ka tsoko o bua le shano fela ntho e dila re dilana jwang le ntho e jwalo ke hloka thuso like
Yeah, no, my sister, you know what, ne? There's a lady who actually approached me and she said that she's in the legal field. She said that she can help some of our community members pro rata, ne? Meaning that what will pay her is after the divorce has been finalized and there's money that has been retrieved from the guy, ne? So you can also DM me on either one of the numbers which are there on my bio, ne? So that I can link you up with the lady who's got a law firm, you know, because obviously in this case, legal aid, you know. And also if this guy has got money, you know, South Africans, I don't want to say bad things about them, but you know they can easily be bought, you know. So what you will need is legal representative, and also you are well within your rights to get the 50% because you guys are married, and also you have every right to divorce this man because of those things, those reasons, because there when you're filling up that thing, they ask you the reasons for divorce and you will tell them, or infertility, children made, what. You can do all of that. So when I saw this, it's a very, in fact, it is done. You will just come back here and tell us, oh, this is the help that you got. You are done. By the time I was allowed 2025, 2026, there mid, you would have, you know, already had your divorce. You will be having your money, and you will be laughing all the way to the bank.
Okay, Madam Speaker. I didn't go here.
Yes, please do reach out to us, my sister.
Okay.
Alrighty. I think we've come to the end of today's live, guys. We went way beyond, way over. So I have to love you and leave you. For those who are just coming in here, we're talking about the videos that were made by Jub Jub, talking about the frustrations of not being able to co-parent peacefully with his baby mama, who is Kelly Khumalo, and people were just sharing their stories, you know, their different, you know, experiences and how they've been able to handle co-parenting and how things are going now and the results of co-parenting. But anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for joining in, guys. I will see you on the flip side. I love you. God bless you. Mwah. Tomorrow is #Kwamlungu. Yo, Jesus.